Hello there, it's me, Egil. And
Raggy, of course.
yeah,
We are Vikings.
we certainly are. Hey, sit yourself down, get nice and comfy, something nice to drink, whatever. Just relax. Because I had a funny experience actually coming
Did
down.
you? Well,
Yeah.
where you been, Egil? I've not seen you for a day or so.
Oh, just down at the mead hall doing the meady things.
Oh, right.
And I was walking along and I met this Christian fella.
Oh, yes. A follower of the White Christ.
Yeah, I mean he's all right.
Yeah,
Don't
he's
get me
fine.
wrong, but he got this strange necklace on.
Did he? Well, he wasn't wearing a Thor's hammer then.
No, it was of all things a big bloke with with a stick and a baby on his shoulder. And I said, "What's all that about?" He said, "Oh, it's to protect you travelling." I thought, "Oh, that sounds odd." I told Broggy about it because he knows about things like that.
I've heard of this dude. Was that Saint Christopher?
No idea.
I think it was.
Walked off pretty quick to the church.
Well, he was a big man. He had big, long feet and legs. Reminds me of the story about Saint Christopher
All right.
and how he came into origin. Would you like to hear it, Egil, folks?
Yeah.
So, as Egil says, sit down and grab a nice cold or hot drink. Now, many moons ago, in fact, many seasons, many years,
A long time ago.
yes, in the time of our ancestors, when Egil was but a boy,
All right. I'm
Yes.
not that old.
oh, well, you know, there was a giant. It was a very gentle giant. And he was well known across the land, across Middle Earth, as being very strong. In fact, it was said he was so strong he could carry a whole tree on his back and lift the most ginormous of rocks.
You could smell him from miles away.
Yes, you could indeed. He had a very big shaggy beard. And he was, like I said, well known. And for many years he used to, help people move things. If he wanted a tree chopped down, bang, he was your man.
Oh, yeah.
If you wanted that massive rock over there moving, Egil, he was your
All
man.
right. Yeah.
If you wanted your longhouse moving,
He's a bit of a rock star, was he?
he was. He could move your whole entire longhouse. He was that big and strong.
Well, he could bring the house down.
But for many years he felt an emptiness in his life. He felt like there was something missing. Do you know what I mean, folks?
Yeah.
And so one day he decided that he was going to go and look for a king to serve. Because he wanted to serve somebody. Service is a very important thing in the Dark Ages. To serve a better man.
I think he'd go to McDonald's or something like that if he wanted to serve people.
Yes, well, indeed, but they didn't have McDonald's in the Dark Ages.
All right.
And the other day I watched a very good movie about McDonald's, but that's another story on the channel.
Right.
And so, there the giant, Offero was his name. He was known as the Gentle Giant. He did not like sweet corn.
All right.
And he was walking about trying to find a king, and he heard about this king in a far-off land. A king who had plenty, a lot of wealth.
All right.
And so he came to the big long house. It was massive, even to him it was big. And he knocked on the door.
Oh, hello.
4 times there's an echo when he said hello.
Yeah.
It was that big, folks. And he was granted in. And he saw the king sitting on a big throne. He says, Hi. He said hi. He said, I want to serve you. I want to be your servant. Because I believe that you are a worthy king. And the king replied,
Oh, yes, certainly am.
he was. And so this is what happened. The king had a very good servant in the giant. And the giant would help the king move things,
Can you move that over there, please?
Move that tree.
Yeah, go on.
Can you move those rocks?
Oh, quite frankly, I don't know why I bother.
Can you knock down that mountain? It's in my view.
Yeah.
And so, for many years, he gave service to the king. But some time passed. The moon went up and down.
Boing, 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 boing.
And
Boing.
years passed and seasons passed. And the king changed. He was no longer the kind king he used to be and the king that people respected. And one day, our friendly giant, Offero, and I do hope I'm pronouncing that right, he decided to go up and speak to the king. He said, Hey, up!
Hello,
What's going on?
I'm grumpy.
He said you used to be a nice king, but now you're not a nice king. And the king explained what he had found a new king to worship. And in fact, this king was known as Satan.
Ba ba ba! Ah!
Yes, Lucifer. He was worshipping Lucifer, was this king.
Oh,
And
bad move.
Yes, very bad move. And, the giant kind of realised that there was a better, higher king out there.
Well, I'm off.
So he said, well, that's it. I packed my bag. Got it in my back. I'm going now. I don't need to serve you no more. You're not worthy of me.
Bye.
And so the giant, he left. Searching for the devil, Satan. Because he thought he had found a new king to serve. And so he started walking along the land. He searched from enchanted forest to enchanted wood.
There's a lot of enchantment going on.
Yes, he searched big valleys and on the coastlines. He went in every tavern and every inn-house. He could not find this king called Satan. And one day he saw a mountain. He thought, I'll tell you what, I'm going to sit on this mountain and wait. It's bound to walk past, isn't it, sooner or later.
As you do.
So the giant sat down on the mountain, made himself a nice comfy chair. He could do that very easily. He was strong, wasn't he, Eggle?
Oh, yeah, I could smell him from
Demonstrate strongness.
Ooh!
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, dear. Yeah. It's Patio's camping on the rock. Wow. Yeah, but you don't know what that means. Now, and so the giant, he was on the rock, he was sitting down looking around, and suddenly he saw in the distance a long train of people.
Whoa.
He thought, what's going on here? There's a load of people walking and following.
Sail?
No. And so he started to walk down the mountain. That's a giant walking for you. Don't make me laugh, Eggle. And he came to the train of people, and at the beginning of the train was a man. But he was no ordinary man. Some say he was in fact supernatural. For when he had a look at the man, he had horns on his head.
Ooh.
2 of them.
Well, that does usually come as a pair.
Yes, and he did not have normal feet like a normal person.
Were they sweaty and smelly?
No, they weren't sweaty and smelly. They wore hooven, Eggle.
Cloven
shoes. Feet.
Was his hand all sticky?
Yes, he had a very sticky hand. And as he went to shake it, he knew that this was indeed the devil. I am Satan. Yes, he had a trumpeter with him as well.
Yeah,
amazing,
that. Trumpet.
Yes.
Okay, Steve, nice one.
And, he said, I'm Satan and I am the most mightiest king on this middle earth. And I'm walking around causing devilness.
Devilness?
Racing hedgehogs and talking to tramps.
Yeah.
That's what devils do.
I'm blowing off.
And he said, I'm the mightiest king. And the giant Offero said, well, I want to serve you, for I have heard of your reputation. I have heard how powerful you are and how men worship you. And so I'm going to be your servant, and I will follow you and your minions. That is what they were, the crowd of people, the minions.
Yeah. Men worshipping men. I think I knew a guy like that called Aubrey.
Indeed, that's another story, Eggle.
Hangs around Derby.
Indeed. Now, so they kept on walking, the giant and the devil and his minions.
As you do.
And suddenly they came to a crossroads in the distance.
Oh, sorry, yeah, crossroads.
Yeah.
Angry cross.
No, it wasn't an angry crossroad. And in the middle of the crossroads, there was a big cross, Eggle.
Wow.
Folks.
Yeah.
A massive cross. And the Satan, he trembled at this. It's the cross of Christ. And he thought to himself, well, I'm not going to go near that. And he said to his minions, we must take a diversion. And he decided to walk left and go through a massive old wood instead of go up to the crossroads. And after some time, the old giant was stroking his chin. He had loads of hairs on it. It was a hairy chin. A bit like Eggles, but he had a moustache and the giant had a beard.
Yeah.
And he said, well, what's the matter with you? He said, there you were, working along a road, was having a sing-song, doing some devil business. And then suddenly you diverted. I said, well, the devil said, that cross is the cross of Jesus. I will not go near it. For he is the mightiest king, and I'm scared of him.
Well, there you go.
Oh, well, what do you think the giant did? Was he very happy about this?
I should think he was pretty teed off, actually.
Indeed.
Told.
Yes, he was. He was very annoyed because he thought he had found the king to serve, but in fact, this king was no king. And he had found a new king, the White Christ. And so he left the devil, said, you must go on your way and do your devil business. I will be no part of this.
Suit yourself, said the devil.
Indeed.
Went off in a huff, or a minute in a huff.
Indeed. On his own with his minions.
Come on, minions.
And so, and they're not little yellow creatures, by the way. With what eyes? Now, so the giant, he started going around asking for where Jesus is. Have you seen the Jesus? Have you seen the white Christ? Hello there. Hello, Eggle. He came to Eggle and said, hello, Eggle, have you seen the white Christ?
No, who's in it?
I don't know. This must be a local film at the cinema. He searched throughout the land. He searched rivers.
Ooh.
He searched in the big lakes. He searched from enchanted forest to wood again.
And pubs.
And inns and pubs, yes. Of course, you're thirsty on the road.
And restaurants.
No, they didn't have restaurants in those days.
Bus stops?
No, they didn't have buses, Eggle. And so he went around the coast looking for the Jesus, the dude, the white Christ. And he could not find him.
Well, there you go.
And one day he came to a road. And by the road was an old cave. And in that cave was an old man. He had no hair, but he had a big beard. Some say his name was Neo.
Ah.
Some say it wasn't.
Oh, you youth.
And some people say that this was a very old, wise man. And the giant, he was thirsty and sat down in the cave with the old man. They had some nice sheep dinner and a bit of mead. And he said,
mead?
I'm on a quest. I'm trying to find this white Christ.
Who's got a vest?
He's a bit deaf, is the old wise man. I said, no, he says, I'm on a quest.
Right.
And he explained, what he'd been doing to the old wise man. And the old wise man said, down below is a valley. And in that valley, amazingly, there's a river.
Ah.
Toronto's River. That wasn't a word. A very big river.
Torrential.
Yes. And people go across it every day, but some of them drown. It's such a tremendous river, such a rapid. And so he said, you must go down there. Yeah. I said, you must go and help these people across. You'll be doing a great service for the white Christ. And so the giant off the road, he thought about this and he thought, this is a very good idea. I can stop my searching, and surely one day the white Christ will want to lift across the river, wouldn't he?
Well, you never know.
He had sandals. He didn't want to get his feet wet.
He could walk across though, couldn't he?
Well, he could, but he didn't know that, did he, the giant?
Okay, fair enough.
And that's normally lakes, not rivers, he can walk across.
Oh, well.
Can he walk across a river? I don't know. He could part it, couldn't he?
Well, he could do all kinds of things.
Anyway. And so the giant, he got some palm trees and he made a kind of a rough hut. And he found the last palm tree and he pulled it out the ground. Boom! And then he got his hand and he went down the bark and he stripped it and made a nice staff for himself. And for many years he helped all these manner of folk across the river. He would put them on his shoulder and he would walk across the river and put them down on the other side and say, there you go, you're safely across.
Get the money first, though.
Occasionally you'll get a bit of copper coin.
Occasionally?
Sometimes a bit of silver.
Whoa.
Very rarely gold.
Get it off them before you do it, though.
Well, yes,
business is business.
He wasn't a very shrewd giant, Eggle. He wasn't like the businessman.
Trumpus.
He was that guy. It's not the sugar.
Alan
He's not the Alan Sugar of the Dark Ages, Eggle.
He was known then as Mr. Sweeting.
He would have been called Alan Honey.
Alan Saccharin.
Yes. So that's another story. And so, he helped all these people across for years and years. And one day I was lying on a bed of hay in his little hut. And he heard a little voice. Hello there, mister. Hello. Can you help me across?
Oh, here we go, he said.
And he looked round and he couldn't see anybody. He looked down, nobody down there. And very suddenly in the distance he saw a little child.
Yeah.
And again the child said, hello there, Mr. Giant. Can you help me get across the river, please?
Where's your mum and dad?
Yeah, that's what he said. Where's your mum and dad?
Yeah.
I said, I ain't got mum and dad. I'm an orphan. Oh, poor orphan.
Yeah, nonsense.
And, in the third time he said, come on, please, Mr. Giant. Please let me go across the river. He was a bit annoying, wasn't he, child?
Yeah.
Here's a squeaker.
Should have punched him.
He wants to go back on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there he says, the giant officer said, all right, I'll put you on my shoulder and I'll help you to cross this river. And so he did this. But very suddenly he found that his child was way more heavier than what he thought.
Rather keep you for a week.
And he started to wade across the river, and suddenly the waves got higher, and the torrent of the water got much stronger.
So you're saying Jesus is a bit of a tubbo.
And as he started to walk further across the river, the child got heavier and heavier and heavier. And the giant Offeray struggled to walk. He tried to push his leg forward, but the strength of the water was stopping him. And eventually, after battling the river for all afternoon, he got the child to safety. And he put the child down.
Head first?
No, he put him down and sat on his bum. And he said, "Why are you so heavy?" And the child said, "I am him you seek. I am the white Christ. And you have not just been burdening a baby, but you have been burdening the whole world on your shoulders."
That's got to be worth a silver coin at least, I'd have thought.
I don't think the baby Jesus has a purse.
Right.
Skint, isn't he?
I don't know.
But my dad's got it in money.
Yeah.
And so, the giant then realised that he had found what he's been looking for. And before the baby left, he said, "You must do one more thing," he says. "You must put your staff in the ground and I will demonstrate my power to you." And so the giant did this. He got his staff and he went bang into the ground.
Ooh.
And there suddenly it sprouted and a massive tree grew.
Oh.
And that is the end of the tale, folks.
Oh.
The tale of the gentle giant Offero and St. Nicholas, and how St. Nicholas came about. Now, we do hope...
Christopher.
Yes, Christopher. We do hope you like this folk tale, and what should they do, folks?
Well, leave us a comment. We will get back to you. It does take a bit of time, as you realise. There's not many of us and there's a lot of you, but hey, keep going. We'll get there.
Indeed.
And hashtag folktale.
Yes.
If you want to subscribe.
Yes.
And maybe you like it, press the old like button as well.
Thumbs up, give it old smack with the old axe.
And also, don't forget the traditional way of subscribing. Tap the old bell there. And wonderful things will come of it. I don't know what he's doing with this.
This side.
Another £2 we could have got Ant and Dec. But what do you say?
Well, I don't know if Ant and Dec know folk tales.
You never know. They might be watching.
See, I don't know. I'm not sure the fans. This year you could be in Get Me Out the Jungle, Eggle, one day.
Yeah, right.
Get Eggle out the jungle. That would be so funny. Yeah. Alright, we're going now.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wave and say goodbye.
Waving goodbye. Waving goodbye.